Daniel Gafford is the difference maker that the Dallas Mavericks have been looking for, as just the other day before the trade deadline, Dallas Mavericks made a sneaky trade to the Washington Wizards to acquire Daniel Gafford in exchange for Rashawn Holmes and a first-round pick. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you all the news and everything Dallas Mavericks related. But before we get into the video, 89% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. I know the channel just started. It's still brand new. Just started a few days ago. But if you want to stay up to date with everything Dallas Mavericks related, as we're dropping video after video after video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing. But as I was saying in the intro, Daniel Gafford is a difference maker, and he is the guy that we have been looking for to be a backup big for this Dallas Mavericks team. And just the other day, before the trade deadline, it was announced that the Wizards are nearing a deal to send Daniel Gafford to the Mavericks for Rashawn Holmes and draft compensation per Woj. It was like the heavens opened, the clouds parted, and the sun rays just beamed down on the city of Dallas as, here you go, the answer that you have been looking for. Daniel Gafford, a backup big. And what are we getting out of Daniel Gafford, you might ask? Well, a 6'10 center weighing 234 pounds, averaging 10 points a game, 8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 69% shooting from the floor, 70% shooting from the free throw line. Doesn't shoot the three. We don't need him to shoot it. He's not a stretch big. He is your traditional homegrown big body center who can bang down low with the best of them. And those stats don't lie. And the backup big that we need, because honestly, Dwight Powell, and again, no slander for Dwight Powell here, he rocks the jersey. He always gives it his all. He may get hit in the head a lot. He's wearing those swimmer's goggles lately, but he is still a valuable piece of this team. But let's just, for funsies, let's just compare Dwight Powell to Daniel Gafford, as he's played 3 times as many games as Daniel Gafford, but Daniel Gafford does score better. He rebounds better. The assists are pretty identical. The steals are pretty much the same, but he blocks 3 times better than Dwight Powell. He is a true rim protector, meanwhile shooting 10% better from the floor than Dwight Powell. The threes and free throws are fine. Dwight Powell can be more of a stretch. He can extend his range a little bit better, but that right there shows you exactly everything that you need to know about Daniel Gafford, that he is the big that we need. He is going to be able to help us against Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis if we have to match up against him, against Sabonis on the Kings if we match up against them, Zubac with the Clippers. A lot of teams in the West have good, very good serviceable bigs that Derrick Lively may be too small to deal with. He's got a smaller frame. He's 7'1", he's tall, but he's a thinner guy. He's been dealing with injuries this season, and Daniel Gafford, being a much bigger player and experienced player, can definitely be what this Dallas Mavericks team come playoff time when we're up against some of the better bigs in the league in a 7-game series. Daniel Gafford's the guy that you want on the low block, back to the basket, able to hit 70% of his shots from down low. That's exactly what you need. But enough praise from me. I mean, the praise isn't going to stop because I got a lot more. But the stats are what you're here for, because the stats tell a different story on just how great Daniel Gafford really is. Daniel Gafford averaged 10.9 points, 8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1 steal, and 2.2 blocks per game through 45 games this season. He is one of 3 players this season to average at least 1 steal and 2 blocks per game, and those 2 players are rookie Victor Wembanyama, who is just a generational talent and sensation over there for the San Antonio Spurs, and Anthony Davis, the NBA champion and veteran and starting center for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, right there. On the defensive end, now Victor Wembanyama does a lot more than Daniel Gafford as far as scoring and assist, and his shot's a lot better. Anthony Davis, the same deal. They're longer stretch bigs. But as far as being the territory of dominant bigs and on the low block and the interior defense, just back to the basket, fly swatter, Daniel Gafford's hanging with the likes of Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Davis. You saw the stats. I'll put it back up for you guys. You see it. You see the numbers. You see the company that he is held in. Like, Daniel Gafford is nothing to laugh about, and I know a lot of you guys in the fan base are actually happy that we got Daniel Gafford, so it's not a lot of convincing I gotta tell you, but if you need any other proof that he is exactly what this team is looking for, the numbers do not lie, and the numbers do continue for Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford apparently leads the 2019 draft class in win shares. You see that he has the most win shares in 21.6. Right behind him is John Morant. Now, he's been out for extended time, but still, he has more than John Morant and Brandon Clark, who John Morant and Brandon Clark are both playing for the same team. They're both on the Memphis Grizzlies. And yet, Daniel Gafford, the only player from his draft putting up those type of win shares, like, instant impact. Yeah, I know you heard of instant ramen, and maybe that might have to be the nickname for Daniel Gafford. Instant ramen, because it's instant impact. The boy is ready to go, play excellent defense, great rim protecting, give us a little bit of pick and roll action with Kyrie. I'll be jumping out of my seat. Daniel Gafford is the big that we want. He's the big that we need. He's also the big that Luka's been looking for, because it was reported just the other day after the New York Knicks game, Luka Doncic on the trade additions of P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford. Luka goes on to say, I think we've got two really good players. We added some size to our team. We had a backup center, which I wanted for like 3 years already. So I think both players really going to help us out a lot right there. I ain't got to tell you, the team star player, the best player, the MVP that I believe he should be the MVP of this league is telling you right now that this is what I need. This is the guy, the backup center I've been looking for. No shade to you, Dwight Powell. We still got love for you. But Daniel Gafford is going to get it done. Luka sees it. He believes it. I do too. And you all should too. But thank you for coming this far to the video. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all things Mavericks related. We're dropping video after video nonstop, and you don't want to miss a thing. But until then, take care. Peace.